Interesting question I got asked. Who was a better dynamic duo for comedic teaming? Was it Richard Pryor and Paul Mooney or Eddie Murphy and Arsenio? Pryor and Mooney are like an incredible 1-2 punch. But Mooney is kind of like I'd say like the Scottie Pippen, the dude that, except I think his stage presence was so strong, but he didn't done something like you could put him with anybody and he team up. He'd be the best teammate you want. I liked him also as a lead, but his writing and the way he put parts together, incredible. He could write for TV, he could write for movie, he could write for stage. I mean, incredible mind and sharp. Arsenio Hall, everybody seen him as a sidekick, what have you, with Eddie, and of course Eddie's large, etc. But Arsenio could write. Arsenio had a successful show at a time period when there were no other African Americans on a late night show. He was dominant. He got all the hip people, everybody came through his show. You know the who's who. So, and he was also, just he was marketable and really strong. Um, who was the better sidekick though? Out of Mooney and Arsenio, it's Paul Mooney in a blowout. Because Paul Mooney was a better writer, stronger live material. I think Arsenio was funny, and I think Arsenio made himself into a household name. You got to give him that. But in their writing ability, Mooney had a distinctive tone, which was, it just hit me a bit more, you know. And I thought the depth and the angle because they broke the barriers and doors. But it's a good question if I'm picking up sides. The Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney versus Eddie Murphy Arsenio tag team, which one works? Because often than not, when you're talking about the overall concept, but because Mooney was writing on so many, I mean, you think about it. Him and Pryor did shows on Sanford and Son, did Saturday Night Live, and Live in Color, Chappelle. We're talking eras and decades, not including movies and stand up. Arsenio done stuff too, but Mooney's stuff was so at a high volume, that it's an interesting question because you have to understand the comedy aspect that I love comedy. And I go back and then we having conversations about the depths and the magnitude and the reach and how it just kind of like is put together, so on and so forth. So it's a really compelling question because, but it's gonna be hard for anybody to top Pryor and Mooney as far as I'm concerned. They were they hit that mark. They were this distinctive and it hit on so many levels socially. But Eddie and Arsenio had a great run too. I mean, the multiple characters, like when you watch them together and Coming to America, that shows a lot right there. That was probably peak and prime right there, especially those two together. And of course, Arsenio had Chunky A. He did different little things here and there. He had little things going on. So I was observant of him, you know. Obviously, you had to have the chops back then to hit. Ain't like now where anybody comes along and gets blowed up. You had to have something for you. But Pryor and Mooney for me, I think, if I'm going with the duos, I gotta say that. But this is a really good debate right here. Who I would take and why, and how the factors are in, and because I dug all four, but in different ways. I like the groups in different ways, but uh, Pryor and Mooney for me. But that's a good debate. Appreciate when people have conversations and they ask, especially when they breaking down questions like this. Is a good one. But anyway, tell me what you think below. Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney versus Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, better duo. And tell me why below. Please hit like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership because when you do, questions like this I do answer. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.